this is amazing because first time in the history of Hidden Hero, we invited a company, I will say a rival to what extent, or a competitor, which is not very usually what we are doing here, and we don't give direct advertisement, but it so happened that we're doing it today, and let's say that it will be example of new way of collaborations in the pandemic times, because I believe if we meet and we have a guest, it's a big honor for us, and let's try to find out how we can be useful to each other, and the most important, how the work of Bernadette Butler and her company StoryTap can be useful to small businesses and big businesses. Dear Bernadette, I was trying to study your business model for 1 hour today, maybe because I was very tired, because I have, now it's 11:30, 23:30, that's why maybe I'm a little bit sleepy. But I found out it's something very interesting model. Tell me, please, what are you doing and how you can help businesses to grow?
Sure. So StoryTap is a software platform. We typically work with large brands who license our technology. And what we do is we help them collect their customer's voice at scale with video. So if I were to describe it, I would say most big brands are used to hiring an agency to produce a video, and it's directed. Well, we enable that brand to still control that, but have their customers record directed video. So those videos can be video testimonials, video reviews, and even video Q&A and video content. So we produce the videos through our technology in different languages all over the world. We then have a team that watches every single video to make sure that it's good for the brand. And then we distribute them. We index for search, for discoverability. We increase their brand engagement across many different platforms. We give them social content at their fingertips, and we wrap it all with data and analytics to make sure that they can see overall performance of thousands of videos, and even specifically by actual customers or employees, and how their specific stories are impacting their business.
How this idea come to your mind, or maybe it's come not to your mind, but to somebody else, Bernadette?
No, it did. I was working for a big enterprise company, and I'm a marketer, and I had a brand, and I was producing lots and lots of videos, lots of commercials, and I had an idea of, it would be amazing if I could collect videos for my customers and grow my business without spending all of the money to produce the videos and the media buy that went with that. If there was a way to supplement my media spend with my customers. So I spent a lot of money, I invested in a lot to try to figure it out. And I, made a landing page and incentivized them and asked them to upload their video. And I couldn't do it. I got a handful of videos that, as a marketer, they were unusable. They just weren't good. And I was curious, and I thought, why is that? And which led me down the path eventually, years later, to have the idea after, sitting quietly and watching and trying to collect stories of, oh, well, it's really quite hard when a big brand asks an average person to tell a story on video. What happens is people are nervous. They don't know where to begin. They don't know how to say the story. Video's humongous. How do they get it there? There's a lot of complexities that start with the story and end with technology that make it too challenging for average people to send a video to a brand. And that's what we ventured to solve, and we did.
That is very good. Let's say how much I need to pay you if, let's say, I will tell you, Bernadette, I want the promotion of Hidden Hero. I want to know what customers are saying about me. Please promote it in Canada. How much will it cost, and what I need to do for that? I'm saying, for example, yes.
Okay. So, we have several different packages, and really our pricing model is we price against, I would say, like a white label, the branding you want, to make sure. Most of our companies we work with have many different brands. So they have many different licenses. And then it's how many transactions you do per month. So I would have no idea how many transactions Hidden Heroes does or how many podcasts you do per month, but it would be priced against that. And on average, it's going to depend roughly on that. But yeah, so you could expect anything, I don't know, starting point would be about $45,000 for a year, depending on your transactions.
Do you think there are a lot of companies like yours on the market, or you are quite unique?
Well, video is exploding. Video showing up everywhere. We grew 450% last year. We're patented, so we are quite unique in our approach, and I'm very proud of that, and we're constantly innovating. So I would say there are definitely some suppliers who do testimonials, and that's really if a company wants 3 or 5 videos on their website. You can get that. There's some suppliers out there to do that. We're really focused on increasing share of voice, like increasing a brand's customer voice through their customers at scale. That's the place we're in. Yes, you get testimonials. Yes, they live on your website, and even by product or SKU or category. We increase or update FAQ pages. There's lots we do. But if you're just looking for testimonials, I'd say there's probably other ways to go about doing that. You could even do a Zoom call and record it. I don't think we solve a handful of videos. That's not really our sweet spot.
Bernadette, and tell me please, since you're a specialist in storytelling and you're doing it all your life, as you were in marketing before, and now you're again doing that, but your own way, what is, in your opinion, the best way to tell the story?
Well, I mean, that's such a good question. And oftentimes when people say, if you were to distill what StoryTap does in one word, what do you sell? And I always say, I sell emotion. The job of StoryTap isn't to tell people what to say. It's to gently help them tell their own authentic story and narrative in their own words. And the structure of that is there's the beginning and a middle and an end. But the theme throughout is we're looking for authentic emotion, whether it's positive or negative, and we want to capture that. So we look at sentiment analysis. We want to know the emotions of customers, and the amount of data that is served up every single video tells us so much about the customer segment. For example, we have one customer that has spent, it's a very high profile customer, and they've spent so much on targeting mothers for their product, mothers. And then we started working with them, and the videos we collected weren't just moms. They were mothers, fathers, grandparents, adoptive parents. And it dramatically shifted their lens of their marketing efforts to really pay attention to all the other segments that are using and buying their product. So it's really, it really can shift your marketing focus when you get into the homes of your customers.
And my last question to you, what was the story that shocked you the most or surprised you the most, or maybe the video that was your biggest surprise?
I have so many. We work with a lot of nonprofits that I cry at my desk if I watch them. We actually have one right now, and it's a nonprofit. And I'm going to get emotional right now because every video it shows up on the platform, you can't watch it. You have to pick an hour to go in and watch, or you'll have to redo your makeup. It is, we do a lot with Children's Wish, so little kids that aren't, are terminally ill, and their parents are telling the story to drive donations. So the marketing impact, the conversion is they need donations to fulfill these kids, to give them a wish, whatever that wish is. And then we also, this one particular nonprofit is called Girl in the Wild, and they help 15 and 16-year-old girls find self-esteem. So they use our platform for applications. So these young girls are applying to be a part of this program, and the stories that they're telling, which is directed by the program, they're really eye-opening, emotional. It's really just incredible, the journey of a 15-year-old or 16-year-old girl today and what they have to go through. And how this program helps. So those stories are incredible.
I feel that you are very emotional about that, and I feel that you love very much what you're doing. It's more than a job to you. Do you think that the emotions that are showing by people in Russia, in India, in Canada, is it somehow different or it's the same? Oh, by the way, Bernadette, something happened with your screen. I cannot see you anymore.
Oh, I haven't changed anything. I don't know. I see you perfectly.
Really?
I don't know.
You know, sometimes with the professional in the showing the video, something can something can happen. You see,
Can you see me? Everything looks fine
no,
on my end.
no. I see you as a beautiful shape. Oh, now you're coming back. Yeah,
Okay, I'm coming back.
yeah, you're coming back. So you think that the emotions are the same? Yeah, the videos are the same, or they're different? It depends on the country.
I think what's important is every country and segment is different, and that's what we're focused on, is humanizing. You know, if you're selling a product to Russia, you know, what matters to the folks in a community in Russia, even it's different than the community in Russia right beside it. You know, the emotions, people, you know, different communities have different emotions, and I think that that's what we're able to tap into. So I can't say, you know, everyone has the same emotions. Like, localization is a big part of what we do. And even in Canada, where I am, how folks feel even about, you know, COVID in Vancouver is very different than Montreal, for example. Like, things are happening differently. So I think that's part of the beauty, is the humanization and being able to really distill that emotion per community, if you will.
Which part of Canada are you in?
Vancouver.
Vancouver, such a beautiful green place with a lot of squirrels on the trees. Amazing place. I love it very much. What is particular about people from Vancouver when they're doing videos?
I can't say anything. It depends on the story. I mean, we're really about collecting very, very specific. So just like your background in film, you're filming a very specific story. When you mentioned about documentaries, it's very specific. We do the same thing. So the stories we collect are very specific. So I would think it would depend on the story we're collecting. I can't say apples to oranges what it would be from, let's say, Montreal to Vancouver, but overall the general, if we were to poll the community of Vancouver against the community of Montreal, against even the sentiment of COVID, the stories would be different, because fundamentally Quebec, which your amazing listeners would not know, but we're in a really bad place in Canada for this disease, and they're locked down and have been locked down for a very long time, and Vancouver hasn't been. So right there, you know, you would get different emotion, because just the emotional state of the people when you've been in lockdown for so long versus a community that hasn't been, if that makes sense.
Bernadette, I think you're doing a great job. I can see that really you love your job very much, and I'm very happy. I wish your project, Story Tab, to grow, to succeed, to bring peace and you know, to many communities, to many businesses, and especially to this humanitarian part of your job that you are so emotionally connected. It was really a big pleasure to listen to you. I enjoyed very much, and I wish your business to grow, and for you to be happy, not to be in lockdown, and of course to be healthy. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you.
Canadians are so friendly. You know, I have a chance to live 1.5 years in Montreal, and you know, I can say that what I was surprised by Canadians, that they are one of the most friendly people in